Hello, fellow gamers, and welcome back to Revolution Idol. In the last episode, we managed to get ourselves to Infinity, which unlocked so many more things than I'd kind of first realized. I was kind of thinking that Infinity, while it did have a few like kind of locked things on the side, I really didn't think it would make like basically unlocking the game essentially. You know, the things that we managed to get unlocked is just kind of a little bit. We did get kind of automations, the generator power here that we kind of unlocked generators in the last episode. You can see here logging on now, we have reached generator power of 10. So kind of like, let's have a little look at that. We have got automations up to 100%. So things just kind of, you know, they just add every time the kind of one's available, so we no longer have to click and hold the hotkey B to kind of like do that. You can see here in terms of the kind of unlocks, we've just unlocked that one as well as kind of the first automation. So the generators as well, we have managed to get our power up to 10. This is just incrementally just kind of adding, which just kind of multiply our multi-gain, which is, you know, it just means that we are kind of doing things a little bit quicker here. Kind of to start off with, you know, we have managed to reach kind of the 30 kind of mark, so we should kind of just do that. And let's just see how quickly we can kind of level up. You can see here, like every rotation, things are kind of leveling up somewhat, I think. Yeah. So time's going by pretty slowly, kind of like the Infinity is kind of helping this multi-game power. The longer I leave this AFK, the more kind of generator power we get. Is there anything that kind of like we can see here? Buy generators, generator power 1000. Yeah, I kind of had a brief look in the last episode, but it does look like things have slowed down. I mean, getting all of these now, you know, like 1 million generator power, it's pretty much back to where we were when we were looking for the multiplier power. Buying the second generator, so all of these next few, it's going to be some time. What their kind of main kind of goal is, I think, is how quickly we can get ourselves up to Infinity, and then kind of unlock some more of the kind of the upgrades here. I was kind of tossing up the idea as whether the exponent or the auto ascension would be kind of ideal. I think auto ascension might be kind of just a little bit kind of more quality of life, whereas, you know, the exponential box, it's called the unlock, just kind of make the exponent increase. So I was kind of saying last episode that I think, you know, it might be a better idea to go with the ascension, but that's only if we're going to go kind of AFK for longer periods of time. I think in terms of getting infinity quicker, I think the actual kind of the exponential box might be the better idea. We can kind of hold off on that one until we kind of look for the longer kind of AFK sessions. You know, the fact that we're going to spend an entire infinity point just to do that might be just a little kind of crazy. So what I want to do kind of start things off is, first of all, we have like an hour of kind of time flux, so we might as well kind of use that, and then we can kind of just level up. You can see here we're getting pretty quick in comparison to what we were at last episode. Not so much, but you know, we are kind of slowly but surely getting things kind of upgraded and getting things pretty much like what I would like to do is try and get back up to where we were, not so much in the infinity kind of mark, but like in the last couple of episodes when we were kind of really kind of like pushing the promotions, prestiges kind of like super quick. So what I kind of want to do is kind of like give this just a little bit more AFK time, just till we get to the point where, you know, we can buy the white ring, which is the last ring in the kind of sequence here. And then from there, we can kind of have a look at things, pass a little bit of time. You can see here in the statistics, we have been playing almost 10 hours now. The unscaled time is up to, I believe, 40 hours, I think that is. I think that's the way the decimal points work on that one. And then the total time, I think, is 5. So whatever that 50 maybe. I think it must be like, yeah, it's just the not denominations don't quite kind of make too much sense on the kind of the time played and stuff. But you can see here our score's going up quite a lot now. We're already in the quadrillions. Challenges times sum. Okay, so 88 years. Okay, interesting. Fastest since like well, we've only done one infinity, but the fastest infinity took us 10 hours. I think that's, or was that? It might be more than that. Anyway, you know, the time kind of denominations aside, we are going to kind of, like I say, work towards kind of getting the white ring, prestige this a little bit, maybe do a couple of promotions just to make things just a little bit faster, and then kind of get back up to speed with kind of where we kind of were heading towards kind of like the last episode before we kind of headed up into infinity. Okay, and we are now back. We have got a few kind of promotions done so that we are kind of around about the level 10 mark on each of the promotions. But I was kind of looking back at the achievements, one of which, you know, the backwards one that we were kind of struggling with the multipliers. I think, like, given that the infinity, when I was thinking about it, like, given that the infinity was so close and we couldn't reach Ascension 9 on the white, I was thinking to myself, I was like, you know, maybe it's not the actual multiplier of the multiplier gain, but it's more so the actual multiplier itself. So this number here, so you have to have the highest number here and then all in descending order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of stick this to 5, and then I'm going to quickly do this. Then I'm going to have this up to 10, this up to 20, this up to 30, this up to 40, and then you can see what I'm doing here. It was 50, right? Yep, 50, 60, 70, 80. I mean, this doesn't really matter. I might as well get this up to 10. So let's just have a look to see that. So right now, we're getting 7 on that one. Right, let's see if that's kind of working. It looks like it's overtaken that one. This one's going pretty slow. So can we get there? Okay, so it looks like we've hit more on that one. Let's just actually, can we? Oh, that's actually going real-time speed. I thought we were on the time flux. So that has increased there. So what we're kind of looking for is this number should be bigger than the kind of the 3,000 mark. So that's just going to take a little bit of time. I kind of take this down to 1. I mean, do we need to ascend? We might need to ascend this. Just kind of get this. I mean, it doesn't really matter like how far we get that one. I mean, we can actually just buy 5 levels at a time. So that's now grown bigger. Now, where are we? So Ascension Power, we're doing 3 laps and we're gaining 131. So we got to make sure that the laps are less. This one might be a tricky one. We might need to kind of increase everything by 5. Yeah, let's increase everything by 5. Just to kind of tweak it a little bit. So we're good on that one. That's totally fine. That's 20,000. Might as well just kind of get this one maxed out. And I think what we can do is we can get this up to 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, and 20. Okay, so that one's overtook that one. That's overtook that one. The green is kind of a little bit less. So maybe we look to add 10 on everything up to green. So at 8.5, it is, that's a little tricky one. We might need to ascend that just with this multiplier being Because looking at this, the blue's a little bit less. Yeah, it is starting to go up. So let's... First of all, I want to kind of max out that and then ascend here. So how are we looking on that? We're getting 132 every... What? So yeah, so that's fine. As long as we keep that one under the kind of the 4. So we just do that one a little bit. Max out that. Add 10, add 10, add 10, and add 10. So this should be going a little bit faster. So we now have the, well, what color is that? Sorry, the pink. The pink is now higher than that. Are we getting close to the purple going higher than the blue? Because these are all really super fine. But basically these 1.6 means we are going to have to get them up. Do we kind of ascend that next? I think maybe we do. Is this going to work? And I just want to make sure that's 133, same as that one. Just get that maybe up to there. And now we've... Okay, so that's higher, that's higher, that's higher. We are kind of getting there. The blue's the next. So we get that up to max. How's that looking? Okay, let's get that maxed out. We can play around with this a little bit, get that up to 80. Let's get that up to 60. Let's ascend. Maybe get that up to 30. 85, 70. Let's see how that looks. So they're all still good. Yep, all good. These, so it's these 3 here that we're waiting on. So these need to get at 17,000 as it stands. Blues kind of needs to speed up just a little bit. Let's get that up to 3. Maybe there we go. I'm going to send that one. Get that one up to there. How we're looking now. All still good. Yep. This is kind of slowly but surely kind of taking over. We can get this up to 100 now. And how are we looking on that one? It's almost getting there. This definitely needs to level up. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. So this, can we ascend? I think we can ascend that and get that up to like maybe level 20. And get it actually pretty close. Maybe 30. How we're looking on that one. Yep, that's finally gone over, but it hasn't quite gone over the yellow yet. We can max this out. So that's getting up pretty quick now. Might as well send that and get it up to maybe 20 if that one's maybe 20. Yeah, just adding a little bit. Yep, so they're all still good on that one. There we go. So that's how we get the backwards achievement. It took a little while, but you know, just with a little kind of tweaking on that, because I was, you know, the way I was thinking, it was just like, it just didn't make sense. The fact that we were getting so close to infinity and having to do it that way, it just seemed that we were never going to get there unless we really kind of fine-tuned it. So that achievement itself looks like we can do that a lot earlier than kind of some of these other ones, but we have kind of got it up to 33 now. So the next one is, you know, getting infinity twice and then also getting it under an hour, getting 5 infinities. And, you know, given that we are up to 43% right now, I shouldn't think it would take too long. I mean, we're going from trillion to quintillion. So I think we can kind of look at this. You can see here we're already getting these into the kind of the high 30s. So less prestige, and then you can see straight away how quickly things just kind of escalate. And we'll go straight to that 40%. And then, you know, we got all of this experience. And I think if we can get things up to level 50 like we did last time, we can kind of really kind of get closer to the kind of infinity mark. Looking at statistics, you know, right now we're at an hour and 46, and we're already at this stage where we're kind of getting all of these up to level 50. Now, bearing in mind it took So much more time there. You can see here fast as infinity. It even has here over the last run to see kind of like how much kind of quicker things get. That really has to do a lot with these generators. The 15x kind of multiplier on each of them just means that we are getting things like a lot quicker. You can see the sextillions multiplier, it took us like pretty much all of the episodes to kind of get up to this stage. And then it's just a simple click, prestige, and then we can just kind of ascend everything. And we can get back to that so much quicker now. Even just with those like level 10, and well, I know this one's up to level 16, but even when we were kind of aiming for that, it just kind of things just escalated so quickly. So let's just kind of give this another little run. You can see here we're back onto that. I like this getting it up to the level 50. Level 50 seems to work really well. It does kind of make things kind of go a lot faster. You can see here we're just getting trillions of experience to the point that I think it was around about the quadrillion, which is, you can see here it goes from 39 to 433. So already, even just kind of doing that one thing, you can see just how quickly we can get that things going now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these up to level 50, and I'll show you real time just how quickly things get kind of up to that. Just a combination of prestige and at the right time, just to get that multiplier, just to get things going even quicker. So we'll kind of wait for this to get to the billions, and then I'll quickly do that. And then we're already getting trillions out of it. And there's quadrillions, so I'll do that again. And you can see here quintillions. It's just so quick now. You can see we're already up to like kind of level 43. And especially when we get into like kind of all the other things as well. I mean, I might as well just kind of hold on to this one just until it gets to level 50. Because it only takes, like I said, 1 quadrillion experience right now. I mean, I remember the very first episode we were getting 1 experience. The difference between then and now is just crazy. So let's get this up to 50. Almost there with that one. There we go. And then straight away, how quickly is that? Okay, the exponent is reset. And like I say, that's been 2 minutes and we've managed to get all of these up to level, well, we've got 2 of them up to kind of level 50. There we go. And then back to the billion, same again. And then we just wait for the quadrillions. You can even leave it a little bit longer, but you can get the picture of how quickly things kind of get to. Now it's just a case of like making sure you can click the ascension button quick enough. There we go. And we're already into the trillions. And then we can get this one done. Almost there with that. And then straight away. So yeah. So, obviously with this kind of improvement, a little bit of time has passed with the infinity side of things. It's going up 0.01 every second. So it does take a little bit of time, but doesn't need too much AFK time to kind of get to where we need to get to. And then, so we're getting this up to level 50 now. There we go. And then just like that, we're in the sextillions. And it's just a case of just prestiging now, It's like things go so fast now that we got things up to level 50. And then it's just a case of just quickly doing this as much as you can. Leveling it up, ascending. Getting us back up to, we're already up to sextillions. And I can't quite remember what the exact number was for the kind of the actual infinity. But, given that it is 56% here, we're up to almost septillion. We'll just kind of get that. And you see it just boosts right up here. So yeah, I mean, already up to nonillion. I think it was like into the decillions, maybe? If memory serves. Might be higher than that, to be honest. But, you see here, we're already up to almost 80%. And this is just kind of like, into the decillions now. So we'll do that. Get them up. Like I say, right now, the kind of the slowest thing right now is me clicking the ascend button quickly enough. And that pushes us up to 90%. And let's do one more. Just spamming A for the ascension. Every time we do that, it does look like it kind of pushes it quite a little bit more. You're almost up to, 97% there. And this just goes one more time, I think should do it. And then just spam that again. Do we push past? Yeah, we do push past the 90, 99. Can we get to 100? There we go. So we got Infinity twice, which gives us another achievement. And also it gives us yet another point. So now it's trying to get there in under an hour. So that kind of run we got there in, 1 hour 52. So a big difference between them. Okay, so next, I think, what do we want to do? Do you want to do auto ascension or common exponent? I mean, given that last run, towards the end of it, we were kind of struggling on the auto ascension. It does lock another automation. But for now, I think I am just going to kind of buy the exponent because hopefully that should make things just that little bit quicker. So let's see how quickly we can do this one.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
And after a little bit later on, we have managed to get ourselves pretty close to the kind of the 50% mark. We are starting to slow down just a little bit in terms of like progression. For the first like 20 minutes or so on this kind of infinity run, we kind of it took about 25 minutes just to get our multipliers up from 10, then prestige into 100, then 1,000. And then once we kind of got to that point, it took another 5 minutes or so to get up to about a 10,000 multiplier. At that point, we did kind of level up the multi-gain at level 5. And then kind of when we reset that at around the 38-minute mark, I think it was, we managed to get kind of the next kind of few kind of promotions to level 10, a couple of minutes each. They didn't take long whatsoever. It was kind of like a case of just, hitting 10,000 prestige and 100,000 prestige and then getting that like kind of promotion up to level 10 and then promoting. And we did that, and around about the kind of the 45-minute mark, we managed to get ourselves up to get all of them up to level 10. And then things really started slowing down, going from that 45 to level 50. And what I wanted to do is try and get everything up to 50 on the next thing, but things started slowing down. And we're up to the 54-minute mark, so we're kind of getting pretty close. But you can see here things are just really starting to kind of slow down now. So I'm kind of working my way through here, just trying to get these last few kind of minutes. I'm just kind of like just doing what I did with the level 50s for all of them here, just kind of getting, a few million, just resetting, and then kind of just, just really just kind of doing it really. The clicks are kind of what's holding us back quite a lot. But, when we get there, we can just, get there relatively quickly. You can see already up to 46 on that one. So it is taking a little bit quicker. I'm hoping just kind of generally kind of like this is kind of the way to do it. I mean, 50, we've got 5 minutes left to try and kind of get through to this, and now it's just a case of just smashing the kind of the A button just to make sure we get enough ascensions as we're kind of doing it. And things are getting, pretty quick. You can see here, even getting everything up to level 50 now, things are speeding up. So we might be able to kind of do it if we can get it quick enough. I'm just kind of like really just trying to get things going as quickly as possible. We're going up to we're boosting up. We're up to 75%. Can we do it? I think we might be pretty close. In the decillions now on the multiplier, which is awesome. just kind of keep on pushing, keep on pushing. How we're doing for time? We're up to 55 minutes. I think we might actually be able to do this in under an hour. We're up to what, 92% there. So I think you might have done it. Like I say, just it's all about these ascensions. And you can see here we're up to 95%. We're kind of really kind of pushing it through to the DDC. And then what I might do is, can we do it? Yeah, we should be able to kind of do this within. There we go, and there's Infinity. So we managed to kind of do that in under an hour. So that was real achievement. So we managed to get a little bit more currency, getting that up to there. So we have actually done Infinity 3 times now. So what I would like to do is get like 2 more Infinities, and then kind of see how things go along. It looks like every time we do an Infinity, we do get more generators on this one. So it looks like it's 0.01 for every Infinity that we do. So that's awesome. Like I say, we have got level 3. So we can now unlock the next one, which is the lap speed, by an extra 10%. What's the next one for? Okay, so we get another multiplier at 1.2. So let's just keep doing kind of like what we've been kind of doing. I mean, like I say, the statistics there, we managed to do that in 56 minutes. So I'm going to spend just a little bit of time, a bit more AFK, and then seeing how much quicker we can kind of make this. There's probably a quicker way of kind of doing it the way I did, but for sure it kind of worked, and we managed to do it by the second prestige before we kind of wrapped up the third. I think an extra 2 IP gain would be pretty good, because we have to kind of do 2 more times to get that 5th, but it's not going to be enough even to get this faster. You see, it's already increasing. We need 3 Infinities to be able to unlock that. So 3 Infinities plus another one to kind of unlock auto ascension as well. So that'll just go up so much quicker. So we need 4 Infinities. So given that we have done, I think we've done 3 so far. So if we do 5, so that's kind of another 2 runs plus another 2. We're able to kind of buy all of these with that kind of achievement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go run through it just a few more times, get us up to Infinity twice over, collect this, and then see exactly what the next row of Infinity kind of upgrades are, and also just see if we can look at kind of improving that, what happens with all of this. I'm hoping that we get more Infinity points. The fact that it is 3 point something and like 1 point something in the IP up here in the corner when we're looking at our stats is like, it's got a decimal place. I think we must be able to kind of increase our Infinity points. So I'm going to kind of spend just a little bit more time running through it, see if we can get like a little faster time than the 56 minutes. Might be able to with the faster lap speed, but yeah, I'm going to give this a couple hours and get through those, and then we'll come back, see where we are, and kind of wrap up the progression. And we are kind of back into, this is the 5th ascension that I'm kind of trying to complete right now. You can see here we've got most of the things up to level 10. I did kind of go AFK while I was kind of working on getting the multi-gain, so that's kind of a little bit higher. You can see here we are kind of getting pretty fast through it. Let's have a look at the stats real quick. The 4th prestige that we did it in 43 minutes. So we've shaved off, an extra 13 minutes, and we're kind of at the 37 mark right now. So we are going pretty fast. You can see here, like, we're already getting these up to that level 50 mark, which seemed to be the sweet spot in order to kind of get them the multipliers kind of really cranked up. So let's kind of get these up to level 50. Kind of reset. Kind of show you how quickly things go now. Like, just with all the ascensions, it's it's a case of just when you want to click, right? So you can just do that, and then it's straight away, it's into the billions, and just click again. Things just, escalate real quick at this point. So it doesn't take much time at all to get, up to that level 50 on the promotion window. So just one more time, and then we should be able to get this one up to 50. And these kind of levels go up so fast now. See, that just took maybe about 30 seconds or so, and it's just so, by the time we click, it's like in the millions, So I'm pretty happy with the progress so far. Yeah, already we're kind of just cranking on. So as we get to level 50 on each of them, it's just, yeah, you just can't click enough, So get that one up to 50. There we go. Now this is just going to be the run to get to infinity. And to kind of, there we go, give that a second. And then we're in the octillions already. Decillions. I think the duodecillion is kind of where we get to on getting to infinity. There we go. One more time. And then we'll just kind of quickly get that one straight up to infinity. And that's how it's done. So that is the 5th time. We've managed to get another achievement. So, which is the many of them reach 5 infinities. So you can see here, the next one is getting our generator up to 1,000 generator points. Right now, the 0.06 is doing pretty well. It kind of goes up relatively quickly. And, these will kind of level up because I've got all the automations on. You can see here what I did do on the first prestige is I did kind of spend that point on getting the auto ascension, which has unlocked this. And I've just put those automatic ascensions on there. So let's have a look at this now. So this takes, wait a minute, this takes 3. Oh, okay, times 2. I thought it'd give us 2, right? So we're going to have to do infinity one more time in order to get this to unlock and see what's next. So let's kind of skip ahead all the way to the next infinity. Like I say, it's taken a good, 30-ish minutes to kind of get there. So I don't want to kind of, go through a lot of the stuff that we've already gone through in kind of previous episodes. So let's quickly get up to that, and then we will kind of get back to it and find out what the next unlock in kind of row 5 is. And we're back almost at the end there, getting infinity. Get my words out. So just a little bit kind of slower on this one, I think. What I was trying to do is, you can see here, 34 minutes. It is quicker, but what I was actually trying to do was, I was trying to get the achievement, getting infinity without the hitting over level 20. I got 3 of them up to level 19. And then I was trying to get the 4th one there, but it went too quick and I hit level 20 by mistake before I could promote. So I kind of skipped out. I did kind of miss out on that one, unfortunately, which was kind of unlucky, just given the timing, because, the promotion 4 being stronger would be actually pretty decent. I don't know how much stronger it would be with that kind of achievement, but I was kind of trying to go for that, but I kind of misclicked and couldn't get there in time and hit level 20 and kind of went over. So what I'm kind of going to have a look at now is, let's have a look at this. So we can unlock the kind of the lap speed. That does unlock these next ones here. Okay, so long time prestige. Prestige multi-gain is increased based on the time in infinity. Okay. This one, common exponent gain is multiplied based on infinity's amount before soft cap. Okay, and then the auto prestige. Okay, so these are going to take another, 3 prestiges, given the fact, oh no, more than that, because we get 2 per infinity, so we need 9 total, so we need another kind of 5 prestiges to get all of these. So it is going to take a little bit of time to kind of do that. What I'm also going to look to do is, in terms of the generators, what I might do is I might just kind of go AFK. Going AFK will kind of get this up to 1,000. It is a linear kind of progression. You can see here, I think it takes 10 seconds for one. So, 10 seconds times 1,000, that's going to be quite some time to kind of get there. That it is going to take a little while for us to kind of get that achievement. I mean, just kind of working it out real quick, that's going to take probably about 2.5 hours, I think, just going AFK. That's until we kind of get a few more kind of these kind of multipliers kind of going with infinities. So I think if we can do these next kind of 5 infinity runs, get all of the level 5 infinity trees done, then that'll give us generation up to, like, I think it'll be 0.12. So that'll get so much quicker. It'll be like a massive gain. So that'll only take about 45, kind of 50 minutes to generate 1,000 on that one. So I think, so the next thing we should look forward to doing is kind of hitting those kind of infinity runs, getting the tree kind of unlocked a little bit more, which we can do next episode. And then we can kind of see what these kind of achievement, you can see, it is gradually getting slower and quicker and quicker to kind of get these. So these infinity runs, like to do 5 right now, if we're averaging probably about 30 minutes per run, it's still going to take 2.5 hours to kind of do. But we can kind of start off in the next episode and get cracking with that. So guys, I appreciate you kind of watching. Stay tuned for the next episode, and I will see you next time.